Hello guys, Sue Jerry speaking. Welcome to LJPCBM episode number 1027. I'm not sure what episode I'm on. Let me see. Yeah, I'm correct. It's 1027. Anyway, today we get to Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, number 9. Number 9. Remembering 9/11. We had this begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from New Bedford, Massachusetts, this is the YouTube channel vlog show in which video game and flash game show gameplays, along with sports and wrestling talk, are the norm. This is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, good times, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And now, here's your host of the show, the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Mr. Big Beefy E himself, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, for that lovely intro. Hello there. Eric Lima here. You are watching my brand new YouTube channel vlog show called Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. How are y'all doing out there? Hope you guys are
doing well.
Sunday evening, September the 11th, 2022, 6:19 p.m. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And today is a day of remembrance of the loss of lives of 9/11. As you know, what happened, 2 planes attacked the World Trade Center, the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center, destroying them both and killing over 2,500 lives that day. Another plane crashed into the Pentagon, onto the side of the Pentagon. More lives were lost that day, as well as a plane that was attempted to crash to either the Capitol building or the White House. But a lot of people sacrificed their lives stopping terrorists from doing that. And there were 4 planes total, that a total of almost 2,700 people losing their lives that day, especially those in the Twin Towers that were working. A lot of people have been asking, a lot of people have been talking about where they were when it all happened, when it all went down. I remember where I was when it all went down. I was working at Ruby Tuesday as a dishwasher at the time. I came in at like 7 o'clock in the morning, because that's where I started. 7:30 or 8 o'clock, between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning. I forget which time I was scheduled that day. And I remember, helping my coworker Faina, with the salad bar, and I cleaned up Cambros, ramekins. I cleaned up the dishes. I was sweeping up. I was basically sweeping up. I was basically helping clean the inside, the front of the house of Ruby Tuesday.
Wow.
And I got done, and I figured get all that done. Make sure, because we always usually open at 10 or 11 o'clock. I think we open at 11. And I remember we're trying to make sure to get everything open that day. And we're like, okay, this is crazy. This is working in a regular day, and then we had the TV on. Usually Regis and Kelly would be playing on the TV and whatnot, and everybody, speaking, another of my coworkers, Kelly, she came in as a bartender. She started, attending the bar and everything else. We're getting everything together. I think my other coworkers, Kathy and Carla, were there, and we got some of the one of my kitchen managers, Brian, my other manager, Joe. We're all, and some of the cooks in there. We're all working. We were all working that day, and we were getting stuff together, getting ready, and we were in the kitchen, and I was bringing out plates. I was making sure the plates were clean and bringing them out. And I remember one of the waitresses came in there, one of our servers, one of my coworkers, I think it was Kathy, said, "Hey, a plane just crashed into the World Trade Center in the Twin Towers in New York." I'm like, "What?" And all of a sudden, everybody, and I try to work. I try to keep going and working and not think about it. I kept on working. And then all of a sudden, I saw like another plane crash into the second tower. I'm like, what the heck just happened? And then And we're all just saying, we're under attack, guys. We're under attack. and there was a lot of people that lost their lives that day, and obviously so. Even those in the Twin Towers, people were trying to escape, and people were trying to escape, and then the towers came tumbling down. It was crazy. It was crazy, and we're all watching, and we're all trying to work. Because boss, like, let's focus on getting the restaurant open. I said okay. So I figured, okay, keep working. So I kept on working. Then we opened up at 11, and figured, hey, we work. We're trying to make everything operable. Then around 12, between 12 and 1 o'clock, the power went out. The power went out at our restaurant. And we figured it was an issue, but then we found out the whole mall's power went out. What the heck is going on around here? And then it got to the point where Joe said, my boss Joe said, hey, let's wrap everything up. We're going to go home. Eric, you do your things, wrap everything up here and just go home. Fine. Take the boxes and trash out and go home. As I was taking the boxes and trash out, I looked out into the parking lot, a ghost town. And nobody was there. It's like a few of our cars were still there. Like we're all trying to wrap things up. I think the general manager, I don't think it was Steve Byron at the time, but I think it was Tim somebody.
Wow.
So, I think it was Tim somebody. Ordered them all to be closed. Because of, obviously, safety, because of the terrorism attack. We don't know when these guys were going to strike next. And that was the major concern at the time. Now, so it was a crazy moment. So, I ended up wrapping everything up, ended up coming back here home, and I was still in the basement at the time. And, my dad was still working at the time, so I was driving my Volkswagen Jetta on the way home, driving out Hathaway Road, trying to get some music to listen to, but ended up news about the attacks that happened, and not only that, when I came home, you try to turn on TV and try to watch something to keep your mind off it. Nothing but terrorist attacks. The only network, cable network that did not air the attacks was the Game Show Network. I think in the back of the minds of the Game Show Network, look at these guys. Let's get something to take these folks' mind off what's been going on. It's hard to not think about it, So I ended up watching, some pressure left, and I recorded over that day. My VCR was able to do, a timer and everything. So it was crazy, to say the least. And I remember, discussing with my mother about what went on, what's been going on, and all that. So, every mall was closed. I was thinking about going to the gallery at the time, when the gallery was still open at the time. Those were different times, man. So it was, it was surreal. And I just came home. I told my mother, hey, listen, it's like a ghost town there. Nobody's in the parking lot. Even my dad says, it's like a ghost town. And we told him about how the power went out. We said somebody must have, hit a transformer or something, major power grid, and knocked most of the blood, and knocked down our mall's power. I don't know if it was another terrorist attack. So that would, but for safety precautions, we all went home. And I remember sitting there and I'm going, holy cow. And my mind was like blown, and I was like, whoa. It was crazy to say the least. And yeah, so a lot of lives. I think almost 3,000 lives were lost that day. And
hello?
Never forget Day of Remembrance. It's not an anniversary. An anniversary was meant for good things. And
yes.
And my video is all about positivity, good times, and fun. But I figured, they would want us to live our lives. These people that sacrificed them, these people that lost their lives that day, these innocent people, they would want us to live our lives and be happy and be positive and have some fun. And that's another reason why I think I'm kind of inspired to not only do the show, to talk about. I think, with everything going on in the world right now, and how people get ugly when it comes to politics, families break up over it. Families break up over the social issues. That's why I banned that from my YouTube vlog shows, because of that. a lot of people get angry and get negative and all that. It's about that people are remembered. People should be remembered on that day. Innocent people, but also the date our country decided to come together. I remember 2 days after that, Vince McMahon says, "Hey, we're doing our event. We don't care. We're not taking a back seat to anybody. We're not gonna let these guys intimidate us from having fun and enjoy wrestling and entertainment. To have a great time, and that's what we're going to do." And just to like I said, it was during the invasion angle, obviously, which is really really crazy at that. Things were crazy at the time, so it's something that and they had superstars, wrestling WWE superstars, World Wrestling Federation superstars at the time, sitting down talking about what was going on, and what's going through their minds, and how they're dealing with it and all that. So it's yeah. And I remember, we're in Paul Tagliabue, like he was the football commissioner at the time, thinking about canceling the whole season. Robert Kraft says, and some of the owners says, "Hey, we want to do this. We want to keep these people. We want to let's do what the president said. The president said, let's go on with our lives. Let's keep our mind. Let's show these terrorists that they're not going to win, because if everybody stops, the terrorists have won. We refuse to let them win," and that was the case.
Yes.
So Robert Kraft says, "Let's go on," and they decided to do that. And we all know the end results of that season. Of course, the aptly named Patriots won their first Super Bowl thanks to the. I'm pointing right here. I want to make sure I'm pointing right here. The aptly named Patriots won their first Super Bowl thanks to the game-winning kick, field goal kick of Adam Vinatieri, and it was aptly named. And this year we've been all Patriots, for the Patriots are world champions. So, speaking of New England Patriots, I'm trying to get some lighter stuff here.
Yes.
All you Dolphins fans should be happy because they beat the Patriots 20-7. Patriots are going to have a very, very tough time this year. In fact, my good friend C.A. Cougar picked them to finish third in the AFC East. And speaking of C.A. Cougar, we're all praying for you, buddy. We'll hope for you to get well and for you to be strong, and I pray that you will be back on your feet in no time. Please listen to the doctors. Please listen to your girl, Christina. I know you probably would want to, do your show, doing all that, and chat with us in the both chats. But I'll be thinking of you, sir, and C.A. Cougar. Get well. Positive vibes to you, my friend. Prayers to you. And I pray that you be healed.
Yes.
In His name, and you're going to get better. And I'm thinking of you, C.A. Cougar. I'm thinking of you. So thank you. And Christina, take good care of him. I know you're a good woman towards him, and hope you get better. Hope he gets better. Yeah, it's been like a surreal weekend. The Queen passes away, and then you got remembering 9/11. I remember when 9/11 happened, and I'll never forget this. The Queen had ordered the American national anthem to be played outside Buckingham Palace. That's how much love and respect she has for our country, and how much love she has for the people in it. It's something that there you go, and it's something that it's something that that's really cool about the Queen, and we want to thank I know she probably watches in a great big computer Scott. We want to thank you, Queen Elizabeth, for showing love and being a friend to America.
Yes.
We appreciate that. And like I said, I'm sure you're greeting those victims of 9/11 and let them know that their loved ones are okay and they're safe. So it's I look at our nation's flag and could not help but think about what happened on that day, and to the families of those loved ones, condolences and prayers go out to you guys, and hope you still staying strong and hanging in there, staying strong, hanging tough, and just never giving up on your lives and trying to live your lives the best way. How I know it's not easy for a lot of you good folks out there who lost loved ones on that day, but I encourage you guys to stay strong. I'm trying to be positive, have a good time and have fun with you guys. in order for me to do that, I gotta be encouragement. I want I just want to sit here, sit here, and tell you, I want you guys to be strong. I like for you to be encouraged. Never give up. Life's too short. If you have a grudge against someone, please go up to them and talk to them and say, hey, listen, what I've done wrong to you, I apologize. Yeah, I don't hold grudges per se, but you know what? I want to make sure. And that's why, even though I had a lot of people blocked from years past, and they probably complain, "Oh, come, we can't get through it." Still want to be safe, and I don't think I can trust the people that I have blocked. I cannot trust those people at all for them to behave themselves, because sometimes they'll revert right back to what they're doing and trying to get at you again. That's why I said what I said, But there's people out there that are willing to change. Be willing to change. I'm more than happy to forgive you, even if you've done nothing wrong to me. But the fact of the matter is that life's too short, and hug the ones you love. And listen, I know there's things in you. I know there's a lot of things that happen in your past that a lot of damage, emotional damage has been done, and it's really tough. And I just want to let you know that people can change, and I'm hoping that you guys can see and put in your hearts to forgive each other, forgive one another, love one another, and I want to encourage y'all to do that. And that's why I want to send an inspirational message to all of you. Love you guys so much. You guys have been awesome. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback on my new room, positive feedback on my videos now. It's been great, and it's more improved. I'm very, very happy.
Yep.
And I'm hoping to continue with this. That's what I'm hoping, of course. My Patriots, like I said, my Patriots have a lot of work cut out for them. Of course, they lost. Like I said, when you go to Miami, it's been very tough in Miami, as always. I don't know, it's the heat, humidity, or the roar of the crowd, whatever it is. It's working it's working for the Dolphins against the Patriots. And hopefully the Patriots will probably bounce back from that loss. Hopefully we'll take it out. The Patriots will take it out on somebody. And frustrations and whatnot. And I'm hoping everyone has a great. And I hope the Pats do have a good season. If they end up in third place, like C.A. Cougar said, then that's where they'll be. They won't make the playoffs. Listen, it's not the first time that the Patriots have not made the playoffs. So I wouldn't pass by. They have not. They haven't made the playoffs in 2020 when Tom Brady left them and had Cam Newton as quarterback. Even though they made the playoffs with Mac Jones first time around, but they got beaten by the Bills in the wild card race. Looks like there's a lot of hungrier teams out there. And Patriots being 6-time Super Bowl champions, they have huge targets on their back. So yeah, it happens.
It happens. Yep.
It happens as well. But the Red Sox didn't win today. Took 2-3 against the Orioles. After mollywhopping the Orioles yesterday, 17-4. So that's pretty good, Right? Well, we all know if that's going to be enough to make the playoffs. We got the Yankees coming into town for 3 games, probably 3 game or 2 game skid. We don't know.
We don't know either.
The Yankees this week, but might I digress? We're gonna have a little bit of fun. I know tomorrow night's Monday Night Raw. We're off of Clash of the Castle. Now we are heading towards Extreme Rules. One match has already been set for that. Liv Morgan defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against Ronda Rousey, who called Liv Morgan a Hooters Barbie. And the crazy part of it is that Liv, it would have been making it as insult, but I think Liv Morgan did work at a Hooters before she made it to the WWE. So I'm wondering how Liv Morgan's going to respond to that. So it's going to be interesting to see what she has to say. Because let's talk about humble beginnings. I think the women's tag team title is on the lines tomorrow night on Raw. Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah, calls those Bougie and the Beast, which I think is a pretty cool name, will go up against Damage Control's Io Sky and Dakota Kai to defend those titles. So we'll see what happens. A lot of stuff's going down. And it's good to see Imperium now making their SmackDown debut as a team with Giovanni Vinci now joining them. It's going to be really cool, and I think a lot of people are leaning towards Imperium as the faces and brawling boots together. We'll see what happens in that situation, because the crazy part is Sheamus hitting 25 beats to the Baldwin on Ludwig Kaiser, and Ludwig Kaiser took a lot of chest chops from Gunther, and he's taking that from Seamus, holy cow! My power goes out to Ludwig Kaiser, man. That guy, that guy's hard, man. I'll tell you one thing right now. So yeah, I figured I want to give my input and insight, and for those who have not heard my story about of 9/11, about where I was that day, and I figured I would tell you guys, and it'd be really cool. So that's it. That's episode 9 of Eric.
Number 9.
Tomorrow, the first episode of Martindale Monday will be on Tic Tac Toe, as you know, a 20-round battle against me versus the Dragon. Before we go, I'm gonna let my announcer take you out on this. So you guys have a wonderful day, and peace and love and strength to you guys. I'll see you in the next episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977. Peace out for now. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A big beefy E, do it for Bob Saget production, in association with a sweet bumbling bofa Raver Telepictures and Distribution. See you next time on another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. So long for now.
So that was Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, number 9, with numbering 9/11. No pauses in this episode. What I think about it, tragedy / Patriots being won, blah blah blah. I don't know. But let me tell you a brief story before I wrap things up with LJPCBM episode number 1027. I was only 6, okay? When I was at Winston Forest Elementary School to have my first days at my first grade at Miss Fishman's class at the time. And all of a sudden there was 9/11. And the two towers, as he mentioned earlier, and somewhere, and the 2 planes hit or 4 planes, whatever that was, hit the 2 towers and other things, blah blah blah. But then I was still in Georgia, but then all of a sudden, I'm thinking I was still at home. Mom's gonna pick me up from there, and then I just didn't know what was going on. She picked me up from home. It was a great 9/11, but not for other people who think it's not a ghost town for me. It was a ghost town for anybody. I'll see what I can do. What will happen during 9/11. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's tragic. But there you go. That was LJPCBM episode number 1027. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned. The next one's going to be LJPCBM episode number 1028 of LJPCBM. Eric Lima Shenanigans in 1977, number 10. Martindale Mondays, number 1. Tic Tac Toe, number 1. Till next time, Sue Jones and Poppy So Baby. We get more LJPCBM. Guys, be soon. Till it's out. See ya.
Given unto me this life I'll never take for granted, and given all the time I failed to really understand it, I never sought to meet the maker of reality, the one who gave the life that which is always happening, but I tried all the time. I ask, why me? Why was I the one to see things as I do under the moonlight and the sun? Perception is the question, and the giver holds the key.